the US Consulate in Karachi has been attacked. That is big news coming in from Pakistan now, where the US Consulate, and this really is the kind of blowback we could be seeing to the assassination of Ali Khamenei, to the strikes that have been carried out by the US and Israel. I'm assuming that these would be protesters who would have gathered outside the US Consulate in Karachi, leading a march against the killing of Ali Khamenei. And now the consulate, and this is quite unprecedented, a very high security area, Gauri, and for them to go on a rampage like this at the consulate.
And you know, Padmaja, this also indicates that what we are looking at going forward is more of such attacks, possible terror attacks as well. Iran may even activate its Houthi, Hamas, Hezbollah network, along with any of the military operations. So you're looking at both asymmetric and symmetric responses, in addition to such attacks as well on high target US embassies, consulates, any of those buildings. And we are not even talking right now of any of the other NATO allies of US that could also be impacted. And this is the reason why in the entire Gulf region, you have Iran actually targeting Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and several other countries, only because they are seen to be siding with the US. Extremely significant what's coming in right now. Those visuals of the protesters going on a rampage and really attacking the US consulate in Karachi.
Absolutely, and it's in this slide that we should see how Iran vowed the most ferocious operation after Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's death was confirmed by them. Subsequently, Donald Trump released yet another statement, Vishnu, where he said, I've heard what Iran is saying. They're saying that they are going to hit back, and I warn them against it, because then we are going to make sure that there will be even more consequences for them. But this is the kind of blowback that we are seeing, and it's already begun. Of course, some protests being seen in other parts of the country, other parts of the world as well. In India also some protests were seen, but things going completely out of hand in Pakistan. These pictures, Vishnu, from Karachi, what do you make of them?
Absolutely, I mean, so categorical. These are protests which are taking place now in parts of Pakistan. The Pakistani government is obliged to actually protect US facilities. This is taking place in Karachi, but the mobs seem quite large. At the moment, they've got 6 secure chambers inside all of their consulates, their personnel. But it's strange that at a time when Pakistan and America are once again such close partners, you've got images of Pakistanis attacking the US consulate in Karachi. I can certainly tell you that there is no way that Donald Trump will not be told of this, and perhaps he would be rather upset with his partners and Asim Munir and Shahbaz Sharif in allowing something like this to take place, because these protesters have actually come into the facility. That's armored glass that they're trying to break over there, and it's a pretty, it's a free-for-all. The flag of the United States visible over there in the background. These protests progressively getting out of control on a day in which news is broken around the world of Ali Khamenei having been eliminated.
In fact, several protesters mobilized across the world, and we always must put this in perspective, as Aditya also joins us live now from Tel Aviv. Remember, while there are people who are protesting like this, there are plenty of people, scores, hundreds of people across the world who are also celebrating the fall of Ali Khamenei. So this should not be seen in isolation. There are people within Iran, and we showed you those pictures. There are people, expats, who are spread out across the world, who are also celebrating the fall of a very, very vicious regime. People who they say have tormented Iranian citizens. So there are celebrations and then there are protests. And worrying images, Aditya, that we are seeing now from Karachi, where we are learning now that the consulate has been set on fire by Pakistani protesters.
Well, absolutely, Padmaja. Even as we continue to report from Tel Aviv in Israel, what I can confirm is that I've received multiple videos from Pakistani journalists confirming the fact that hundreds and hundreds of Islamist protesters have now barged inside the US consulate in Karachi. These are the first images that we are breaking on NDTV. These are very disturbing images, clearly, about the kind of attack that has happened in Karachi. This is the US consulate. There was a warning that was issued by the US consulate to its citizens and staff yesterday. Stay-at-home warning, it said, for the next 24 to 48 hours. Perhaps they were expecting that this is going to turn volatile and very, very dramatic, and that's why precautions were taken. But the visuals are very, very gory. There are sticks and other kinds of weapons that are being used to destroy the US consulate. And this is, mind you, Trump's favorite country, Pakistan, where the first major attack has taken place outside the Middle East. The US consulate is under attack. People have barged in. Portions of the consulate building have been set afire, and there is a portion that has been destroyed as well. Currently, there is gunfire that can be heard there. The police and the paramilitary are trying to control the tempers out there. But this is a very, very dramatic and fluid situation because there are hundreds and thousands of people that you're talking about. It's not easy to control them. They are angry. They are perhaps from the Shia community out there after Khamenei was killed. They are putting across their outrage. This was perhaps on expected lines. There are protests happening across the globe in different areas wherever the Shia community is in large capacity. And here, the first visuals on NDTV from Karachi in Pakistan, Trump's favorite country, where there has been mayhem completely. There's destruction. And these are the latest visuals that are coming in from Karachi.
Donald Trump, the Trump administration are not going to take kindly to any of these developments coming in, because the message that they are sending out is that do not retaliate, do not think of hitting back. And then you have these visuals coming in of the US consulate being attacked.